Hi and welcome back to my channel, and if it's your first time here, welcome. My name's Simone. Today I'm going to do a video on the blocked milk duct that I had and what I did to get rid of it. So it's Monday today, and on Saturday I watched a movie, and the baby, he's been up and down in the night, as you'll know from previous videos, and I managed to get him to sleep, and I was led on my side on the sofa. I didn't want to move him. I was feeling quite comfortable at the time, but after about an hour and a half, 2 hours, when the movie finished, I got up and I felt like it felt like I pulled muscle down the side of here, and it was really sore, especially when I was taking my boob out to feed Micah. So I went to bed, and about 2 o'clock in the morning I woke up and I was really cold, and I just felt achy and weird, and I didn't think it was a blocked milk duct or mastitis or anything at that time. I just put it down to that it was a cold night and maybe I was a bit run down. So I fed him, and I don't think he drained this side. He didn't have a lot of milk really, and when I woke up in the morning, oh, I was in agony. Again, it was really sore down here. There was no redness, and I didn't feel any lumps like I had done when I'd had blocked milk ducts in the past with with Caleb, because obviously with my first breastfeeding journey I got blocked milk ducts quite a bit because I'd not really, I'd not had any experience of breastfeeding before. So I woke up, tried to feed him on this side, and again he only had a little bit. So what I did was I tried to express from this side, but unfortunately it was just so painful, I just couldn't do it, and when I tried nothing was coming out. So because he didn't want any milk from this side, I expressed a little bit so that I wouldn't be uncomfortable on this side. I got in the bath and I put a hot flannel on my breast, and then this is what I've done in the past, but I did it in a sink, but sorry, I'm digressing. So I dangled my boob in the water and I started to massage it down, and then where it was sore around the, just near the nipple, it felt like it was quite deep inside where it was sore. I managed to squeeze and express it, so it gave me a little bit of relief. I mean, it didn't look like I was engorged or anything. That was the weird thing. I just don't know whether it was just the breast tissue that had got squashed and that it created some kind of blockage. I'm just not sure. So it felt a little bit better, and then throughout the day I just kept trying to get him on this boob most of the time. And when he was on, what I was doing, he's just having milk now, but I'd massage, obviously it was at the side, so I'd be massaging at the side down, and also I was getting hold of my breast either side and just squeezing, trying to squeeze more milk in just to try to get rid of the blockage. So every time he went on, it seemed to get better and better, but it just felt like there was something there and it just wouldn't come out. So I was really tired throughout the day yesterday and just aching all over and felt awful. And then I went on Instagram and just asked that anybody, experienced this and did they have any tips. And most of the people were saying, keep feeding, massaging, hot showers. And then someone said, oh, it sounds like mastitis because you shouldn't be aching and, having a temperature and everything. So I was a bit concerned about that, because the last thing I want to be doing is, having to be really sick and then end up having to have antibiotics. So I just kept putting him on the boob all of the time, just feeding him as much as possible. And then thankfully by late last night, it seemed to have gone. So it's a little bit tender today, but I think that's normal. So I'm feeling really, feeling a lot better now. There is quite a lot of information online about how to get rid of it, but if you're suffering with it, I would suggest definitely trying to express. But it does help if if you're in the shower, or like I said, if you can dangle your boob in the sink or in the bath, it just really helps. And to get the baby to feed off it as much as possible, even though it is really painful, they're really efficient of getting that, the blocked duct unblocked. When I had an electric breast pump with Caleb, I would say that that helped massively. It just seemed to really get rid of it. With Micah, I feel like he's got a real shallow latch. I'm going to do another video on that. And I think that may be one of the reasons why it wasn't budging it. You know, he's not vigorously sucking, if you know what I mean. You okay? So yeah, so I'm just grateful that it's gone now and that I'm feeling a lot better today, because it was really, really awful, just feeling like that. You alright? I was feeding in the normal like nursing position, but what I found that really helped as well was feeding him, it's called like dangling feeding. So it's where you like dangle the boob over, so I'd be like leant over him and then getting him to feed that way. And then I'd also be like, because you know your milk ducts, like how I described it when I was training was, it's kind of like, it looks like a clock or like a pizza, like the milk ducts going all the way around. So where the pain was, I was getting his chin to rest where that was, and hopefully that was going to drain that segment. So I'd have him kind of like in a football pose as well, so his chin was like resting here, and that seemed to help quite a lot as well. But I really hope that you liked this video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up and share it if you think it's useful for any other mums out there, and subscribe if you're new here, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Thanks, bye.